Hey guys, what's up? Can everybody hear me okay? Let's make sure the mic's on. Sorry about the wait, guys. Ooh, I got this crazy jacked up hair today. All right, guys, so apparently my mom loved being a part of this so much yesterday that I have to, real quick, make sure that I can share the link with her. Okay. That way she can watch. We have 5 topics to go over, so I think we need to get started. Actually, I'm really excited, guys, because I have my Up and Atom cup today. Look at this. I had a friend send this to me for my birthday. All right, guys, everybody's piling in. Hi, 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 hi. I got flat hair today. All right, guys. Hi, Rose. Thank you for coming. Felicia, you're awesome. Debbie's here. Pam's here. All right, guys. All right. So, guys, as you know, today I'm going to start doing this whole new thing. It's called Join Me Live for the Morning 5. And every morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to do a new show going over 5 topics that talk all things Bravo. And this is fun because, guys, I want you guys to engage with me. I want you to come on. I want you to have questions. I want you to just have comments. Whatever you guys want to do, I want to hear from you guys. So make sure you join me. And, yeah, come on here. Oh, Mom. Hi, Mom. All right, guys, for our first 5 topics today, or for the 5 topics, I'm going to start with topic number 1. But to go over them real quick, we're going to talk about Bugsy. Do we think that she's going to be the new Chief Stew for Below Deck? Do we think she's going to replace Hannah? And since we're talking about Below Deck already, we're going to talk topic number 2. Topic number 2 is Captain Sandy's girlfriend, Leah Shafer. Who is she? She has quite the background that we don't even know about. Hear you loud and clear. Thanks, Felicia. And we're also going to talk about the Shahs of Sunset Reunion, which I'm super excited about. We're going to talk about Elyse and Leah teaming up against Ramona. And then last but not least, we're going to talk about cancel culture within Bravo. Oof. Oh, love the topics. Thanks, Robin. Kim, I'm ready to talk Below Deck. Yes. Guys, if you haven't seen my interviews for Below Deck, I've interviewed Malia, Hannah, I just interviewed Kiko, I interviewed Sierra from Below Deck Sailing Yacht. So I have a lot of interviews on there, and we really dive into their backstories. The problem is when I talk to a lot of Bravo people, or even TLC, they're not allowed to talk about what it's like actually filming. I guess they want to save all of that for Bravo. So as much as I can, I do my digging to find out everything for you guys up front. But I do still have to respect the boundaries. That way I can continue to get all of these great interviews. Woo! I'm amped up on espresso today, guys. All right. So, Up and Atom cup. Oh, I'm spilling it. All right, guys. So, again, let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm old. I need an explanation. Read cancel culture. Robin, when I talk about cancel culture, I'm talking about we've seen a lot of these Bravo celebrities lose their jobs for insensitive comments. We've seen them get fired. We've seen them all kinds of stuff. There's been repercussions. So I'm curious if you think it's fair, or if you don't think it's fair. I'm curious what you think about the current people who have suffered the repercussions of their actions. And I'm curious if you think there's anybody else who hasn't, had to have repercussions for their actions. Sandy loves her. Woo! Angela, thank you for joining. All right, guys. Marianne, I'm so excited. And guys, again, thank you so much yesterday. Yesterday was my second live that I did with you guys. And again, I really appreciate it. We had Angela come through, Stephanie, Claire with the super chats and the super stickers. I don't like to say this too much during the chat, but I think it's amazing. And I think it's really cool that we have the super chat because it can keep us going. We can keep entertaining you guys. We can keep putting on these shows. And it just shows the channel. If you do love and support the channel, it shows some support. So you guys are amazing. And let's jump into our top 5. All right. So top 5, topic number 1, we're going to talk about, will Bugsy be the next Chief Stew? I'm curious if it lets me, I want to see if it'll let me, I've never done this before, but if it'll let me share screen. Okay. Share screen, select window. Select window or screen, entire screen. Entire screen. Okay, I was just curious if it was going to allow me, but it doesn't. Okay, No big deal. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about Bugsy. I thought I was going to be able to bring up the picture for you guys. Drop the link. I will. I'll drop it right now because I want to get you guys in on this as soon as we start talking about it. People are piling in. That's awesome. I love the topics. All right, guys. So after talking with Hannah, she told me that she doesn't see herself being a new mom and coming back to the franchise of Below Deck unless she came back as a guest. So I think it was really brilliant for them to bring back Bugsy because, one, as we saw in her previous season, she's not afraid to call out the conflict. When she told Hannah that she was a lousy chief stew. I don't know if you guys remembered that. Hannah kind of looked at her like, are you happy? You get your 2 seconds to say whatever you want. Do you feel better? But I think that's when Hannah thought that was the last time she was going to see her. And it wasn't, because Laura was such a bad stew that we ended up bringing Bugsy back. And the best thing about Bugsy is, one, she loves to do table decorations, which nobody does, and Captain Sandy loves that about her. And two, she's normally a chief stew. She's not usually a secondary stew. So she's already groomed and ready for this position. And she's a woman in charge, which seems to be the theme of this season of Below Deck Men. Considering we have the female bosun, we have the female chief stew, and the female captain, which I'm all for. I love this. I love that we're progressing. I dropped the link, guys. Hello. Call in so we can talk about it. I think she would be a perfect choice to replace Hannah. I do too. I love Hannah. I love the conflict that Hannah brings, and I love that people always fight with Hannah because it makes the show more interesting. Imagine if Caroline came back to Below Deck. LOL. No. Plus, I love Bugs. She's doing a great job. I agree, Kim. I think that Bugs is doing a great job. Her table settings are out of this world, and she's always on top of it. I don't know if you guys also remember one of the previous seasons when they were down a hand and they needed to unpack everybody's belongings. And they ended up having Malia and some of the other deckhands start unpacking the belongings. And they're like, what do we do with the shoes? What do we do with the clothes? What do we do with this? And Bugsy was like, Hannah should know better than to let a deckhand put away this stuff. So I think that she knows what she's doing. I think Captain Sandy loves her, and I think she's a shoo-in. Especially she's single and she's ready to jump in the hot tub. Yeah. Sad about Kate not returning to Below Deck. I liked Kate too, but I think that they've grown out of it. All right, guys, but does anybody want to call in and kind of sound off on this? Because I would love to hear if you guys have anything to say. I want to know Captain Lee is coming back and who will be his chief stew. Wouldn't it be fun to see a guy chief stew? I mean, I know that we're switching it up for all of the women roles and stuff. I would make such a great chief stew, by the way, guys. I would kill it as a chief stew. All right. But with that being said, let's move on to topic number 2. Guys, we have 24 people in the room. Yesterday, I hit over 50 people. I was so excited. Let's get more people in the room. Let's get this building up. My cats are running rampant right now. All right, guys, so we're going to keep it moving, but we're going to stay on the same topic of Below Deck Men. Below Deck Men is crazy this season, and we never get to find out more about Captain Sandy because we always kind of teeter-totter this fine line of what is actually happening within these charters, and then we get to see a little bit of like the drama between the people who work behind the scenes. But Captain Sandy is always just a closed vessel. But Captain Sandy has a girlfriend. She's stunning, and she's amazingly talented. She's a singer. Her name is Leah Shafer. And if you guys don't know her, you guys should get to know her because her voice is amazing. I loved the guy Chief Stew they had one year on Below Deck. Am I missing something? What Chief Stew? Hi, Claire. Josh would be excellent. Hi, Claire. We may see a new side of Bugsy. I think they would make her bring out that side. Is this season of Below Deck when the guests brought cocaine? That was Below Deck's sailing yacht. And they still don't know if he actually brought the cocaine. Either he did a really great job of hiding it, but editing did make it look like he definitely did have the cocaine. That's a great question, Andrew. Josiah wasn't a chief stew, but he was great. I don't remember a Josiah. That must have been the very, very, very beginning. But no, I haven't seen a male chief stew. I would love to see a male chief stew. Guys, coming in with you guys have your Below Deck down. I'm proud of you guys. Wow. All right, guys, I think Bugsy would be a great chief stew. That was Johnny Eyelash. Don't know who that is. But let's talk about Leah Shafer for a second. So Leah Shafer was on NBC's The Singing Bee. Do you guys remember that? Where they would be like, they would start singing and they would be like, oh, say can, and then you would have to finish it. So they would start the song and she would start it because she was she was the talented singer. She was the professional. She would start the song off, and then the contestants would have to finish the lyrics. So she's originally a Christian recording artist, but she's obviously held a position at NBC doing The Singing Bee. She also opened up into the national anthem for the Broncos game. I mean, Leah Shafer is on fire, and she's stunning. And Captain Sandy's stunning too. I don't know if you guys have seen, there's this woman on the news. I don't know what her name is, but she looks just like Captain Sandy, and she always comes on. Come on, guys, help me out with this. She always comes on the news and does her opinion pieces. I think maybe it's on Fox or I don't know. My fiance would be so disappointed that I don't know this right now. But it looks like Captain Sandy's sister. I swear to God, it looks like Captain Sandy's sister. You guys are having me a little parched here. All right, guys, does anybody want to chime in on this? Josiah was Kate's BFF. Josiah. I don't know Josiah. Kim, you're right. All right, Kim, you're right. Josiah has a boyfriend, last I heard, has his own boat. I don't know Josiah, but it sounds like Josiah is doing just fine. All right, guys, so let's keep it moving. Let me drop this link again in case any of you guys want to call. I would love to have you guys call in. Boom. Guys, I want callers, so guys, please call in. I want to hear what you guys have to say. You would love Josiah. You guys are very similar. I don't know about that, Kim. I don't know if there's another Adam out there. This is Up and Adam, not Up and Adam and Josiah. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys, I have Robin. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
You're running around the house.
Huh?
I said you're running around the house.
Yeah, I was just going to grab my drink.
Oh.
That's okay. I'm good.
All right. So what do you think about Bugsy? Do you like her?
I like Bugsy. She's a little holier than thou. But I think she's an excellent worker, and I'd love her to be on any team I was ever on. She carries the weight.
I agree with you. And, I think it's okay. I think Hannah brings a lot of drama because she always is fighting with somebody on the boat, And I think that Bugsy, again, she is a little bit holier than thou. She has that persona where everything has to be perfect and she has to be perfect. But I think if you accompany that with a lousy second stew and a lousy third stew, it's going to make her go crazy, and then we'll get the conflict that we want.
Yeah, it would make anyone go crazy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and
you can't escape. There's
no, exactly. And she's in charge of them, and there's nothing that makes her go crazier than not being in control or something not being done right. That would be the perfect way to push her buttons.
There really is a lot of disrespect on that boat. I'm sorry.
What did you think? Did you watch Laura? What was your thought on her?
It's extraordinary that she lasted on the last boat she was on. I don't know. Yeah. See, I was actually in search and rescue, so I've been on boats all my life. And if you ever said anything to the bosun, sayonara.
Really?
I mean, it's just not tolerated. Your life is on the. Do you remember the Mayday thing?
What's
the Mayday thing with was it Ashton?
What exactly? What happened?
He fell off the boat. He stepped on the wrong side of the line, and the line got caught around his ankle.
And they didn't know if it would drown him.
I could have strangled Riley. You yell Mayday 3 times. You yell it, and then you start pointing. That's what you do. That's your job. And then everybody else starts doing stuff. That's the way on any boat in any international domestic water. That's the deal.
So when they say these different chains of command, because obviously we're watching this as a reality show, so we're expecting a certain level of disrespect and combativeness, right? But when Malia comes on and she's like, "I'm your bosun," sometimes in my head I'm like, what does that mean? Who cares? But I don't know the chain of command on a boat, so that really carries weight.
Yeah, it does. Okay, you have in their case, you have deckhands. In the Coast Guard, it's different, but just by rank. It's easy by rank, okay? And they do the same thing on yachts, except they don't call it that. They're not going to say, oh, you're an E2 or you're an E5, okay? They're just going to use the titles. The bosun is in charge of the exterior of the boat. He is under, of course, he would be under the engineer, and he would be under the first mate, and then there's the captain.
Okay, nice. And I do remember Riley, and I remember that she was such a tough ass. Excuse my French, but I remember when they brought her on, and she's like, "I don't need help. I got it. You think I need help because I'm a girl?" It was so aggressively like you don't have to
tie a bowline. A bowline is the king of knots. It is the first knot you learn after a square knot.
And do you remember he was like, oh, "You really know your stuff, Robin."
I've been sailing since I was 7.
Wow. If I ever go sailing, I know who to call. No, but
I live in the desert now.
You're not.
Anyway.
You're not sailing anything but the swift sands, huh?
Pretty much.
Okay.
A lot of beach, no water.
But no, Riley was crazy. Yeah, I thought it was nuts. But are you aware? I know our topic number 2 was Captain Sandy's girlfriend, Leah Shafer. Were you aware of her girlfriend at all, or who she is?
I knew she existed because I follow Sandy on Instagram, and they're lovely together.
Oh, she's stunning. They're both.
But I didn't know anything about her except,
yeah,
her partner.
So Captain Sandy, and I'd love to just tell this while you're on here too. Captain Sandy actually bragged about her the other day because she's such an amazingly talented singer. She opened up the national anthem at a Broncos game, and she used to be employed by NBC, who also employs and casts all of the Bravo people. She used to be employed by NBC for the Singing Bee, and I don't know if you remember that show, but it's where the professionals would come on and they would sing like a verse, and then you have to finish it to win a game prize. It was a lot of fun.
No, I don't. I'm not familiar with the game show, but it reminds me of Name That Tune.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. It's like it's right there with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Robin.
That's interesting. I did hear a snippet when you said something about that she was originally a gospel singer or a church singer.
Yep, a Christian recording artist.
It makes perfect sense then that she's Sandy's partner. I think Sandy is probably deeply religious.
Really?
Yeah, she just has an aura about her where she defines her morality and her ethics. And I don't think that she's the kind of person that would ever go against her word type of thing. I think she really has a lot of faith in what I'm not sure, but faith. Let's just put it that way. Not religious necessarily, but a woman of faith.
No, that's fair. I think that's great. I've had a couple conversations personally with Captain Sandy, and she's always she's very straight edge. She's upfront with you. She is an alcoholic. Alicia, she's not an alcoholic.
Yeah, she is an alcoholic, and she's not afraid to admit it.
Captain Sandy's an alcoholic?
It's not a social. Yes.
When did she admit this?
Yeah, there was a season. Yes, it might have been last season when there was a deck crew member who was definitely drinking on the job. You could just tell. And she knew because if you don't drink, you can smell alcohol a mile away. All right? If it's on your breath.
Right.
Okay. And a couple of other people had mentioned it to her that it was a problem because when they went ashore, he would just get hammered. So, and it's, again, it's not a good look for the boat or the crew or even if they're his friend. It's not a good. I'm sorry?
Are you saying Captain Sandy was an alcoholic?
Yes. Anyway, the point of the story is she pulled him up to the bridge and she told him that she recognizes everything because she was there. And she had a ton of DUIs, but that was back in the day when you got a slap on the wrist and a night in the drunk tank.
Wow.
You're probably looking at about the 70s, the late 70s with her, when maybe early 80s, because I'm sure she's younger than I am. But the point is that she embraced it. She told him about her own experiences and how she finally decided, I can't live my life this way. And she turned it around.
Wow.
And she wanted to help him only in terms of, listen, I need you to know that I know. So you're not getting away with anything. She didn't say it outright, but that's kind of what she was telling him. And that it would not be tolerated on deck, and that she really hopes that he can, you know, I don't know, maybe take a break for a while, you know.
Wow.
It was a decent conversation.
I didn't know that, and I
knew something.
Yeah, Robin. That's why you have to call in. That's why I love everybody coming on here. And listen, I don't know everything Bravo. I love talking with all the different Bravo celebrities and the people that I do interviews with, because I like to hear what their life was about before, you know, like the cameras and everything came in. And this was something that I didn't know. But this actually, I want to readdress this in my topic 5 when we talk about cancel culture today, because there are certain things that I feel like a lot of these Bravo celebrities or people on different networks, they address from their past. And it's the question is, do we condemn them for it, or do we hold them responsible? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. So I'm curious to hear what everybody's opinions are. And
I believe she's been sober for something around 20 years. Maybe somebody else knows.
Wow. Good.
So
good for
Sandy. I would just say on that topic, that the reason she's not proud of it, but she acknowledges it. It is her past. You cannot run away from your past. That's
wow. It. Well, good for
So I bet Faith had a lot to do with it.
I love that, and thank you for bringing that up. That blows my mind. Wow. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Robin. We're going to move it on to the next topic, and you've been so informative and helpful. My cat just vomited on my floor. Fantastic.
Oh, wait.
Again. She just vomited again. Hi! Oh, wait, I gotta get my little vomiter. Say hi, you little vomiter. Say hi.
I'm sure she doesn't know what the heck is going on.
Yeah, she's probably like, I don't even know what that is. But thank you again so much, Robin. What's your cat's name?
Oh, this is Miss Elementary.
Wow, Miss Elementary. All right. Well, thank you so much, Robin and Miss Elementary, for calling in, and we'll move it on to the next topic.
All right. We'll see you in the chat.
Hold on, guys. Coming right now. I wasn't kidding when I said the cat vomited on my... Oh, God, this is awful. Fantastic. Okay, great. I'm back. The cat vomited everywhere. You have my dream cat. I wouldn't say that unless you're talking to Robin, because my cat just vomited everywhere. Woo! Okay, guys. Guys, how awesome was Robin? Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you so much for introducing us to Miss Elementary. She's still vomiting. That's great. Love the cutie pie kitties. All right, guys. 41 people in here. 41 people. Wow, guys. Thank you again so much for coming by my channel, showing the love, showing the support. I have so much fun doing this with you guys. And before we go into topic number 3, remember, guys, we're going to do every single morning, we're going to do Join Me Live for the Morning 5, where we talk about 5 new Bravo topics. She was very informative. She was great. Yes, Rose, you're right. Robin, see? We love you on here. All right, guys, Shahs Reunion, Shahs of Sunset Reunion. This is going to be nuts. Oh, I saw Robin again. All right, guys, so Shahs of Sunset Reunion is going to be nuts. I can't wait to see the conflict resolution with Reza, with Gigi. Like, Gigi had a baby. Do you guys think Reza's husband was cheating on him? I don't know. That whole thing with Ali, this was crazy. This was a crazy season. MJ, the throwing of the glasses, so many things were flying this season. And tonight we have the reunion. My mind is going to be blown. I don't even know what to say about this. I cannot wait for the Shahs reunion. I can't wait to binge watch this all day, along with, of course, our favorite TLC 90 Days coming on tonight. But watching last season now, Reza is a horrible person. He doesn't deserve any attention. Okay, Andrew. The texts were questionable. Rose, I agree the texts were questionable. And why didn't we get to we didn't get to see exactly what the text said about Adam? Or at least unless we did, I missed it, I think. Because it just showed him flipping through the papers and he's like, okay, he sends this to me all the time. But why is he sending those texts to other people? And the whole naked Django thing, Gina Maxey, I believe Adam was playing naked Django. Yeah, I believe so too. I don't know, guys. I have, yes, they hid some of that. I have Bahama Mama in the room, and let's see if she knows anything about Shahs of Sunset. How are you?
Where am I? Hi. Wait. I don't know how my camera's going.
Ah. Oh.
I don't know why my camera's going nuts.
It's okay.
I'm here.
All right.
It's like in the previews, what the heck is? Maybe if I try this. There it is.
Perfect.
There's better. Yay! I just had to get my camera intact with me.
All right. Now that you and your camera are on the same page, let us know.
Yeah, that's right. In the previews, it looked like MJ walks off at some point. I don't know if you saw the previews.
I did. I believe that's probably true. Don't we always have a walk off?
Always somebody, at least one.
You know what?
Every show.
I think it's so funny only because, and this goes off topic a little bit, but if you watch all of the shows and you watch the walk-offs on the reunion, you know there's only one person who gets away with doing the notorious walk-off, who can walk off, not come back, and get away with it and still have a contract next season. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Nene Leakes.
Oh, I stopped watching Atlanta.
Yeah?
When she went away for that year or whatever to do Broadway or whatever it is she did, I was watching up until then, and then when she came back, I was like, it was much better without her. She's too much of a diva. I can't handle her.
She'll say it too. She'll say, listen. She'll be like, listen, honey, I am a diva. She jumps right in. She'll let you know. So I don't think you're saying anything that she doesn't claim. I agree.
Yeah, she. I don't know. I haven't watched the past 2-3 seasons ever since she came back. I don't remember, but I just can't stand her. I hope she's not getting. Is she getting a contract, or is she still in limbo?
Oh no, she'll definitely be getting a contract. I can't figure out which way I have to face from my camera either. She'll definitely be getting a contract. It's whether or not she signs it, but she also got another glam show contract on E.
Oh yeah, that's for what, a game show or something?
Yep.
Yeah. But don't they want her to come back as a friend? Nene, she won't come back as a friend.
That's the rumor, but I don't think, unless, I know that Bravo's cutting contracts right now majorly. I think that they need her on the franchise to stir up.
They don't need her.
You don't think so?
Season after season, her and Kenya fight. Same fight. 5 years now. Enough of the fight. It's like, get somebody else on and fight with somebody new. It gets boring.
No, that's fair. Bahama Mama, if you don't mind, I'm gonna bring in another person, Debbie, real quick to sound off on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
sure.
1 second. I'm gonna keep you I'm gonna drop you down.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I don't have to. Look, I don't have to drop anybody down.
Hi everyone.
Debbie, do you have any opinions on this?
I think Nini's pulled the stunt of like the contract, wanting more money, trying to say she's the OG. There's only so many times you can threaten to quit and not quit without your bosses saying bye. She's already done it once.
She's done it more than once. She's
Well, once that I can remember. Yeah, but you know, usually you only get one chance. And every time you do that, you do have to be ready to go. And I see that she's lining up other opportunities for revenue. I get it. She needs that paycheck. But I think she's worn out her welcome because she wasn't that interesting last season and I didn't even watch.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I didn't watch.
Okay.
It's the first season that I have not watched Atlanta.
Did either one of you watch, or are either one of you familiar with Giovanna?
Yeah.
No.
Yes?
Mhm.
You know Giovanna from this previous season?
I think Nene outplayed her because I heard, you know, she was the one, everyone was thinking she was the one who ratted out Cynthia with the video or audio. Yeah. And I think she's a little guppy swimming with big sharks in a small little pool.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be talking with Giovanna tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, thanks. I'm going to be talking to her, but I'm curious. I want to know, are we going to see her back in Atlanta? What actually happened with Nene? What her story was before this? And if you haven't heard her new single, Queen Bitch, it's all about Nene. It's so good. She's like, what are you doing, Thelma? How are you gonna rat out Louise? Like, it's like her bars are amazing. But I'm excited.
I think they need to develop Giovanna. I think she rushed her development and got outplayed, but I think she would make a good like friend or periphery character to develop her into carrying a peach eventually.
Well, yeah, and that's the problem too, because a lot of times these women, when they come on, it's either they don't have enough chutzpah to like put themselves out there and like really dive in, almost like, I hate to say this because I love her, but like sometimes on Real Housewives of New York, Elyse, or you get somebody like Real Housewives of Atlanta, Giovanna, who's like, like crazy. It's so much. And she comes in and she's just like, I feel like there's some fake ass friends in here and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're the one who's doing Snake Gate. But I live for Giovanna. And I hope, like you said, they develop her a little bit more for the season. Will bring the drama.
I also want to see them develop Elyse. I do, because I want to get to know Erica. Erica, like, Elyse is really cerebral and she can peg a character a mile away. Like, she gets you like that.
Yes.
I think Ramona poisoned her at first against Leah, but then when she got to know Leah, like, she was like, oh, okay, that's a cool girl. And that, I think she realized that Ramona was poisoning her in order for Elyse to fight Ramona's battles.
Well, and since you're on here, let's just bring up topic number 4, because topic number 4 today was Elyse and Leah and how they're kind of building this friendship. I don't know if you've been following on social media, but Leah right now is quarantining with Elyse at her beautiful house with her beautiful husband. So
make those alliances.
I think Ramona was, I don't know if the word's jealous, but
yes, jealous.
Is Ramona the one that brought Elyse on and now doesn't want her, because I could say easily goodbye Ramona and bring in Elyse.
Well, what happened was Ramona just actually, Elyse is, what people don't know about her and what I found out in my interview with Elyse is Elyse has been around for a long time. So she was friends with Jill Zarin, she was friends with Bethany, she had a falling out with Bethany season 1 or 2 of Real Housewives of New York. So she's been around, and she's been around when the other women's film. She's very comfortable, I guess, with it. But I guess she went to go meet out Ramona when she first started filming, and producers were like, who's this? Let's mic her up, whatever, put her in just in case so we don't miss any audio files. And they liked her so much that they kept inviting her back. But then
I like her.
Ramona doesn't like other people stirring the pot or getting attention. And I think the minute Elyse went to Sonia and went to the bar, That's when she stepped on Ramona's toes.
I think Ramona's a little worried that maybe she'll be better than Ramona, which anybody can be better at than Ramona at this point.
I love having Ramona on the show. Do you remember the Crazy Eye Catwalk?
Yeah, Ramona coaster and all those.
Listen, Ramona
are great, but I mean, I think they need to update the franchise people every now and then, like they're doing with like Vicky and maybe Nene and all these OGs, because they need new blood. You can't keep watching the same characters over and over. Ramona's had her time. Let's bring in Elyse.
Well, Ramona gave herself away. Remember when she said, I introduced you to my friends. You can have my friends. But that shows where her motivation was coming from with Elyse, quite frankly. She used Elyse to go out there and start arguments, share, like she wants to be a puppet master and she wants little puppets. And what she failed to realize was that Elyse has her own mind. Elyse is smart. She can make her own judgments. And when Elyse went rogue and actually had a thought of her own, Ramona was like, I'm done with you. I'm bringing in Missy because she's dumber than dirt. She'll shut her mouth and she'll do what I say. That was it.
And how you know what is the fact that they're two different franchises, but we watched this stupid storyline getting played out on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills where they keep Denise over the threesome talk, which is not even an irrelevant thing to keep getting brought up 4 episodes in a row. It's really stupid, actually. But we don't bring up more than one time the fact that Ramona shows up with Missy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was surprising.
Why?
It's like, where did she come from all of a sudden?
And why would you even think that it was Luann's party? It wasn't even it's not like you're bringing her to. Yeah, it's not even your party. It's not even your party.
Ramona likes to drop bombs. Missy was supposed to be a bomb directed at Luann, but Ramona inadvertently called Dorinda drunk and set Dorinda off to make a little toast, which derailed Luann's attention from being mad at Missy. You know, because it was working. It was working at first. When Leah started saying shots fired, that was amping Luann up.
Yeah.
And then Dorinda goes to her seat and starts the slur toast and totally annihilates Ramona. And Luann is like, oh, I don't have to do anything anymore. You know,
I know Luann must look like she felt bad. She felt so bad for Ramona, which I love to see that side of Luann because she has such a big heart. And Ramona came with a bucket of SHIT and just with a shovel and just shoveling it on Luann as she came. And when she made that comment to Dorinda, there was no malice behind it. She was just like joking. She's like, I think you're drunk. I think they're, and it's like,
call a drunk though.
I know.
You don't call a drunk without expecting a reaction.
Especially when she was drunk.
Dorinda.
I love
her too. Some of the best lines every season comes from drunk Dorinda.
My favorite is, I don't know about you guys, but my favorite is this confessional this season where she talks about Leah. And she's like, I love Leah. She's super easygoing, really easygoing girl. 1 minute she's like, hi, how are you doing? Next minute she's like,
You're talking about yourself. Like, to me, she was talking about herself when she was describing Leah.
Yeah, I think Leah is Dorinda's little alter ego when Leah gets involved, honestly.
Yeah.
Leah is a firecracker.
She is a firecracker, but she brings that fun, youthful element to the show because, I mean, we are seeing the same ladies, and I honestly, the age doesn't play anything for me. I think that they're all just as interesting. I don't think it's as like odd having Leah come in as a younger castmate to the older women as it was in New Jersey when we had all of the other women and then we brought in Kim G, who didn't necessarily fit as much, you know, but Caroline was a little bit older too for that, but I just don't feel like the age really plays a thing into it. I think she brings a fresh element.
I think it might also be the city too. It doesn't like Beverly Hills. It might matter, but like New York, they've all been there. They all know each other in a way. So age, I mean, Leah being in like her 30s and Ramona being in her 60s, you can't really tell. I'm just tired of
do you know
frankly.
Do you know what I've noticed though about New York? It's become very one-dimensional. All Luann has is the cabaret. All Sonia has is getting drunk. All Dorinda has is the Berkshires now because she doesn't have Attacking Tinsley. Like there's nothing else that these women are doing. Like Leah, you see her raising her kid. You see her with her partnership in raising the kid with Rob. You see her business. They need to show more of her business because I'm really interested in that. I want to see more than drunk women fighting each other. Like I'm tired of that.
Falling in bushes.
Yeah, and Leah had such a modern dynamic on parenting, which I think was so. I said that in one of my recaps. I said I think it's so amazing too to just see where we're at in the world now. You know, my parents have collectively, and my mom's watching right now, so hi mom, I'm sorry, but my parents have collectively been divorced over 11 times. So it's like, with that being said, you know, I think that it was so taboo back then. And I used to want my parents to get along more than anything. I remember in 8th grade, I used to struggle with the thought that both of my parents were going to be in the same room for my graduation. And it made me not want to graduate from 8th grade. I worried about that for 4 years because I was like, my mom is going to grab my stepmom by the hair and rip her down. Like, this is going to be awful. And you know, I think it's so cool to see that dynamic, especially they live so close together or to each other. They have a daughter, they have open, honest conversations. I am all for Leah.
Yeah.
It's nice to see Leah as the mother with the father, even though they're not together. And then the 360 of Leah drunk and just like playing with a lobster seafood tower.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to see all the whole spectrum of Leah.
Yeah,
all her facets.
It was funny to see when Ramona was like, you know, she kind of had that. Sorry, I have like bedhead still this morning.
I do too.
We're on the West Coast. I thought it was so funny because Ramona thought that she was going to be such an ass when she said to Sonia, she's like, let's tell Leah her sister's not coming. Let's tell Leah. And she's like, and she's like, so Leah, sorry, your sister's not coming. She's like, oh hell no, bitch.
That really wrecked her.
Oh yeah, but then in 30 seconds we got 4 different. It was like the revolving door of the Plaza Hotel. We got sad Leah, drunk Leah, pissed off Leah, content Leah. It was like, ooh, I got whiplash from this shit.
It was exciting.
And that's the thing is that's what they need. The franchise needs a Leah right now.
Yes.
But I don't think, like you said, I don't think it would necessarily translate as well to other franchises because somebody who's trying so hard to get on the Beverly Hills franchise would be somebody like, you know, Vanderpump Rules, Lala Kent, and she's younger. I just don't think that she would be a great addition to the Beverly Hills franchise like Leah to the New York franchise.
No, I think she's still too young.
Yeah.
Old money or whatever you want to call it. Although New York has a lot of old money, but I don't see it working on Beverly Hills. Like Lala. Well, knowing that we know Lala from Vanderpump Rules, and then
exactly,
it's hard to. Yeah, and it's almost hard to show a level of like. As crazy as it sounds, because they're all only reality TV stars, right? But you have a certain level of respect for the housewives and that title that they carry as a housewife, because, of course, to be a housewife, there has to be some sort of fascinating element to their lives, right? So that's what excites me about them. I think when we've seen you talk about BJs for PJs and all of this other stuff, I think that might offset it a little bit and kind of like the integrity that goes behind being an exciting housewife.
Yeah.
I'm excited for, what is it, August 1st for Potomac?
Oh my God.
Yes, I love Potomac. It's my new Atlanta.
Oh, we're going to talk Potomac every single week. I cannot wait for Potomac. I talked to Candace, and Candace is like, I did an interview with her again. It's on my channel. When we talked about Potomac, she gave me a little bit of like the lowdown with what actually happened with her and Monique, and I'm so excited. I couldn't put any of that on the channel, obviously, but you guys are going to flip if you follow Real Housewives of Potomac. It's gonna be
her husband ratted her out, and
I know.
and just started it. And she's into the knives. You got to keep knives away from her.
Well, how the heck is he supposed to keep the knives away from her when he's a chef? This is a conflict.
Well, don't they have them wrapped up in those little, I don't know, bags wrapped
cellophane things?
Their chef tools thing. Wrap them up and keep them in a gun rack or something locked up.
Candace just needs to grow up and stop being so thirsty. She's just dying for attention from anybody, and it's the wrong kind of attention. I don't particularly like Candace.
No, I don't.
She's not my cup of tea.
You know what I like is that some of the housewives are not necessarily as interesting when they come on. And I don't think that about Candace. I find her to be very interesting. I think that she brings the drama and she loves to immerse herself into the drama. But I love a good mother-daughter duo. And she brings that too. Because she has the conflict with her mom where her mom looks at her and she's like, Candace, you're a child. I pay the bills. I do this. You don't do nothing. And you're being annoying. So get out of my face. Holy
I love her mother. I don't like her.
Her mother
it's time to cut the umbilical cord.
Did you watch when Candace had her wedding and her mother was like, you are disrespecting me by inviting your brother because that is just a slap in my face. Your dad had a child with another woman and you inviting your brother that's atrocious. I was like, are you kidding? And then the guy comes and he's like the sweetest guy ever. No way.
Well, that's because she didn't get over the infidelity. She didn't sort out her issues with her ex-husband. So, and taking it out on children is never appropriate. But that made for good TV for me because I was laughing all the way when she was saying that.
I was.
Yeah. So, I mean, but Candace was. She just is so entitled, and I don't know why. I can't figure out why she seems to think she's so deserving of all of the extra treatment.
Wasn't she not a prom queen?
She was on Tiara. The pageant. Her and Ashley were in pageants. Yeah. And I guess that's why they're craving like the attention.
She has a pageant consulting company.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know why that means you're entitled. I don't. That doesn't mean you're entitled just because your mother forced you into pageants.
I agree.
I'm Team Monique. I'm sorry. I hope she's even on. I don't know if she's going to be. Is she going to be on Potomac?
Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna see Monique. A lot of the storylines that are gonna play out this season is, of course, we get to see the Grande Dame and whatever is going on with her. We see her husband. I think her and her husband might be getting a divorce eventually. I think they're on the rocks of doing that. We see Monique, Candace altercation. We see in the show where Candace's husband kind of calls her out for having these altercations so far and few between, with, or so many. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. So many all the time with all these different people and just how random they are. We also get to see Giselle and Robin and Candace make this friendship, and then we get to find out about Ashley Darby's husband and his gay tendencies. So, and I can say that because I'm gay.
Well, that's okay, but I mean, his gay tendencies, whatever he's into, but he's married. He's a married man, so either he should pursue his gay life and divorce Ashley, or stay married and portray the married man.
Unless there's an element to the relationship that we don't understand. And I've learned a lot. I'm from the South. So I grew up in West Palm Beach, Florida, and also Chattanooga, Tennessee. And it's just a very different world on the East Coast than it is.
I'm East Coast.
West Coast. Are you on the East Coast?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's just a different world. And then I come out here, and I've been out here off and on for 5-6 years. I lived here in New York back and forth. And what I come to find is that there's a lot of people that we know and love on these TV shows that, of course, I'm not going to mention names. They get into brothels and have these open relationships. And it's a different community out here that I was so unaware of. So it makes me wonder, even though they are on the East Coast, like, was Ashley aware of this? And, you know, like, he's providing a lifestyle for her. He provides, I mean, enough so that she was able to go get her, my cat is scratching, get off. Sorry.
Did your cat eat do you have plants?
I have a fiddle leaf fig. She looks like she's about to slap me.
Do you have plants in your place? Maybe she ate a plant.
I sure do.
Oh, well, maybe she was nibbling on a plant. And that
you little bulimic thing. No, it's the problem is we live in damn Los Angeles, so there's the struggles, and she just thinks that she has to be all skinny and whatnot. It's okay. No, but seriously, I think that there's a different way of thinking out here, and people do different things with their relationships. They're more prone to having open relationships and open, honest, upfront partnerships. And whatever that means, whether you have a deal worked out or there's some kind of agreement, I don't really know. But Michael Darby was smart enough to instill, scratch my couch like they're crazy. Michael Darby was smart enough to instill like this prenup, but it was a 5-year prenup, I think, right?
3 years.
3-year prenup.
I remember.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because the 3 years was coming up right before her pregnancy. Remember when they were breaking up or something, and the prenup became an issue? I think she stayed with him in order to get to the 3 years and hopefully to renegotiate it once she got pregnant. I think she went into her marriage with Michael with her eyes wide open and knew exactly what type of person he was. I think she knows that he's bisexual. I think she's probably partaken in it. And I think he offered her not only a lifestyle and access to funds, but he also offered her an opportunity to get on TV. Because I don't know if you remember this, when they were getting married, she was on Say Yes to the Dress.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And she was hamming it up. Yes. So then it was no surprise to me when she got on Potomac. But, you know, when you're going on reality TV, all of your skeletons come out, especially on these types of shows, which is something I don't think Michael anticipated. I'm thinking that he thought he could carry on with his behavior with whomever and didn't think it would get out. But the show made him a target.
I agree with you. And, you know, it's just to piggyback to what you were saying.
Oh,
no, go ahead.
I think she definitely wanted to be pregnant and have a child, so she was going to have it with whoever.
And her mom.
I think it's part of the prenup. I think it's part of the prenup.
Yeah.
I think it's a baby bonus.
Oh.
No way. You think she gets more money if she has a baby?
I think so. And it also secures her like some sort of financial incentive for 18 years.
Yeah, but he wasn't really into.
Bahama Mama said he wasn't really excited about having a baby in the first place.
No, because that's more money out of his pocket.
No, that's true.
Yeah, but then you get with the younger woman. No, I totally understand. And what I was about to say was, you know, I can't again name the name of the show, but my fiance and I, we went out for a Bravo reality show that we were contacted back by the producers, and they were super excited and willing to have us partake. And then we had to sit down and have a very real conversation and just say, you know, like, do we want to invite this kind of chaos into our lives? Do we want to put ourselves out there for this? It's not that we have crazy skeletons or anything, but it's invasive. And even it's invasive to the point, if they can't dig up truth on you, they're going to throw lies on you. And at that point, it's open for interpretation. Your life is open for interpretation think about it. My mom's watching this right now, but imagine my grandparents watching it, my future kids watching it, because it's going to be on the internet. And you just, we all have our moments where we have too much vodka or too much champagne. You don't want to see me. I'm telling you, after 8 p.m., I'm like, I look like Serena going, "Ah!" Like it's crazy. I lock him up in the room during the day when I do the live. Like at night, there's no way I could not. I just talk about it. Just signing up for a reality show is nuts. Michael Darby had to know what he was doing. I just don't think that he thought that they would dig in this hard on him. But welcome to Bravo.
Yep.
But then that makes me wonder if maybe Ashley is bisexual too.
I think she's fluid.
I just found out my sister Ashley was bisexual. I think that fluid, bisexual, whatever the case is, I think that she might not share that with us, but I think it's less taboo, and correct me if I'm wrong, for a woman to be able to say she is bi than a man, because once as a man you start saying that you're sleeping with other men, as like
Right.
for a woman is like, okay, that's a little off-putting, but when you have a woman sleeping with women,
You're right. I don't understand why there's.
Well, guys look at it and they're like, yeah, she wants to sleep with other women, so do I. And women look at it like, honey, he is not man enough for me if he's sleeping with him. It's just, it's very different. But
I can't wait for that show.
I can't wait for Real Housewives of Potomac either. Guys, we only have 4 or 5 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and drop you guys down and then address the cancel culture. And make sure, guys, tonight we're coming on because I'm going to do my first live tonight. I always do these pre-recorded recaps for 90 days, and I am on the East Coast, but I thought it would be so fun to try doing live recaps after everybody.
I'm on East Coast. She's on East Coast.
Yep.
I'll be on East Coast. I'll be on East Coast in October, so I'll be right there where I come on at an earlier time for you guys. But for now, I'm still on Western time, and they don't show it to me any earlier, or else I'd come on. But I love you guys, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Great
Bye, guys.
show, Adam. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, how awesome. Bahama Mama. Oh my God, you guys were so insane. And it's so much fun having you guys. Debbie was incredible. Debbie had great points. I love when everybody comes on and they know what they're talking about, especially, I don't know everything. I get excited because I get to talk to these people, but I don't have all of the facts, guys. I'm not an encyclopedia, and you shouldn't expect me to be. So, again, thank you guys for coming. And real quick, topic number 5. We're going to talk about, hold on, let me exit this person off. Oh, guys, are you there? Yep. Okay, sorry. Topic number 5, we're going to talk about cancel culture. So when I talk about cancel culture, I'm talking about what happened in Bravo, the Bravo celebrities that we got rid of. Who do you guys think we should get rid of? And no, you didn't lose me, Kim. You lost me for a second. I'm back, I promise. But guys, I'm so... He X'd himself. No, I'm back. Guys, I'm back. And guys, thank you again real quick before I finish my topic number 5. Thank you again for all of your love and support. Thank you for Debbie, Bahama Mama, for calling in. Thank you for Bahama Mama and Dana and Claire and Stephanie for the super chats. You guys have been amazing. All of you guys are incredible. I love having you guys, and I love the support from you guys. And please, please, please join me every morning. Join me live for the Morning 5 at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then tonight we're going to be doing a live recap as soon as on Pacific Standard Time again. As soon as the 90-day fiance is over, we're going to jump on live and we're going to talk about it because I want to hear your thoughts. You guys, come on, let's engage. This is what we're here for. Okay, but real quick, cancel culture with Bravo. I do want to say I think that it's crazy about the fact that Bravo is cutting down on stuff like this, but I do love it. I am living for it, and I think that it's appropriate. I think that, in my interview with Candace Dillard-Bassett from Real Housewives of Potomac, she says it's called cultural consciousness, and I think that that's very much a real thing. I think that we need to be aware, and I think that we should have repercussions for our actions. I don't know if canceling people is the right thing, or if you think that... Robin J, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you, Robin. Wow, guys, thank you so much. Honestly, I'm going to keep this up here because, Robin, you're amazing. I love you guys. But no, when it comes to cancel culture, thank you, Robin. When it comes to cancel culture, obviously we know that it's insane right now. So a lot of people are getting cut. But do you guys think that they should have to answer for what they're getting cut for, or do you think that they should just be cut and not be able to kind of talk about it? I'm conflicted. Real quick, I'm already into an hour into this live, so this ran longer than what I was anticipating. But does anybody have anything to chime in on? You guys are more than welcome. I'm going to give it 2 minutes for you guys to call in. If nobody calls in, it's totally okay, because I'll see you guys tonight. Woo woo! I got that from Tina Fey when she did that movie with Amy. I don't know what her name is. All right. It was a great show. Thank you guys. Thank you, Rose. Like and subscribe before you leave. Show Adam our support. Kim, thank you so much. Yes, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you like my channel, subscribe to my channel, comment on the channel, share the channel, and most importantly, like I said, subscribe wherever the button is. That way you guys can follow me for all of my weekly content, all of my weekly interviews, my recaps, and anything that we do pop culture. And if you guys have any questions, please send them my way. I always love to talk with you guys. And yeah, don't forget that tonight, we're going live to talk all things TLC 90 days. So we're going to talk about the recap. I'm so excited. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, I'm going to go. So thank you guys again so much. Elle Morris, Robin, you're great. Andrew's amazing. Kim, you're awesome. Claire, you're fantastic. Felicia, Gina. Wow, guys. Rose, you guys are all so incredible. Thank you guys all for showing up. Thank you, Mom, for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.